You're lying in Shavasana. If it's more comfortable for you to do this sitting down, you can do this sitting down. Yoga Nidra doesn't have to be done lying down, but my instructions will be assuming that you're lying down. Become aware of your body. Your feet are apart, 6 inches, 12 inches, whatever it is that's comfortable for you. Be aware of being comfortable, above all. Become aware of your hips. Are they comfortable? You may need to shift them to make them comfortable. Become aware of your arms and your hands, your shoulders, shoulder blades. Turn your head to the right. Bring it back to center. Turn the head to the left. Bring it back to center. And for the next few minutes, try not to fall asleep. Follow the instructions. Try not to judge. Try not to discern. Just observe. I want you to be only an observer for the next few minutes. Become aware of your breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Observe your breath. Observe what parts of the body become more relaxed as you exhale. And become aware of what parts of the body may become a little tight as you inhale. Just observe. Don't try to change anything. Just observe. Now let's begin at our toes. Become aware of all 10 toes. You can observe one at a time or observe all 10 of them at the same time. No judgment. Just observe what is happening in your toes. Now we'll move up both feet from the toes to the feet, throughout the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, the heels, and stop at the ankles. Observe what is happening in your feet. Don't try to change anything. Try not to pass any judgment. Just observe. And we'll do our way to the ankles, both ankles, and our lower legs, our calves. Slowly and gently start making your way up. You're gently scanning your shins, your calves, and you'll stop at the knee. Don't go any further. Just observe what's happening in your lower legs. Now let's go up to our knees, both knees, your kneecap. Now go below the kneecap and behind the knees. Simply observe. Don't try to make anything better. Just observe. We'll go up through our thighs. Take your time, gently going up through the thighs. Observe. No judgment. Resist the need to try to change anything. Just observe until you get to the hip joints. Observe your thighs. Now become aware of your hip joints and your pelvic area. Just be the observer. We'll move up our torso toward our belly button, our lower and our middle back. Once again, just observing, resisting that desire to change something. Don't change anything. Just observe. In that observing, accept. Accept what you're observing. Let's move further up through the chest, the middle and the upper back. Once again, you're the observer, resisting the need to change. Just observe. Become aware of your shoulders. You're moving up toward the shoulders, the furthest part of the back. Become aware of your armpits. Let's go deep into the armpits and observe what's happening there. We'll start at our upper arms and move down toward our elbows. Scan your upper arms. What do you observe? No judgment. And stop at the elbows. Become aware of the elbows and observe them. The entire joint at each elbow. Let's scan toward the lower part of our arms. Stop at the wrist and observe both lower arms. You can observe one at a time, or you can observe them simultaneously. Take note of what you're observing as you observe. Become aware of the back of your hand and the palm of your hand. Start moving from the wrist and going toward the fingers, and stop where the fingers join the hands. Be aware of what's happening at the palms of the hand, the back of the hand. And now scan all 10 fingers. You can either do them individually or you can do them simultaneously, all 10 fingers. Take note of what you're feeling in each of those fingers. You're just observing. No judgment. Again, resist the need or the desire to change anything. Don't change anything. At this moment, I want you to observe and accept whatever you're observing. Now let's move to our neck. Let's start at the base of the throat, the sides of the neck, the back of the neck. Start moving up toward the head. Be linear about it. As you're moving up at the same time in the front, the back, the sides, and observe. Stop when you reach the head. Now become aware of the head. Observe the jaw, your upper jaw, your lower jaw. Observe your ears and your ear canals. Scan them as you're coming up. Your cheeks, your head, your scalp. Observe what's happening in your nostrils, in your nose, possibly in the sinuses, your eyes. And at the same time, you're observing your scalp at the same level of the eyes. We're scanning everything simultaneously. Become aware of what's happening in your forehead, the upper part of your scalp. Now go into the brain and observe the brain. Now we'll be scanning, going in the opposite direction. We'll begin from the top and scan our way down. As you go down, take note of any changes. I'd also like you to stay for a moment with anything you find. No judgment. Don't try to change it. Just stay with it for a moment. Accepting, acknowledging. You may even want to bring in a sense of gratitude into this scan. Maybe a sense of awe for what you're seeing, what you're witnessing. So let's begin at the crown of the head. And we'll begin scanning down. We'll go to the forehead, down toward the level of the eyes. Again, if you find anything, if you observe anything that you've noted, maybe it's gone, or maybe you're noting that it's still there. Accept it, stay with it, and then continue. You don't have to stay long, just for a moment. Continue down toward the eyes, the ears, at the level of the scalp as well. Your nose, sinuses, your jaw, your mouth, your entire head. Scan your head. Again, no judgment. You're not trying to fix anything. You're just observing and accepting. We'll go toward the throat and the neck. Start scanning your way down toward the shoulders. And stop at the level of the shoulders. Note, accept, stay, and above all, observe. Let's move toward the shoulders. Scan both shoulders, your shoulder sockets, and let's go into the armpits, deep into the armpits. Observe. Take note and stay. Now let's go to the arms, your upper arms. We'll start scanning, going toward the elbows. Stop at the elbows. Observe. Take note. Stay. Observe your elbows. Let's go toward your lower arms. Scanning gently, thoroughly, but gently, down toward the wrists. Become aware of the wrists being that joint between the hands and the arms. Now move toward the hands, the back of the hands, the palms of your hands. Stop at where the fingers meet the hands. Become aware Take note, observe, and stay. All 10 fingers now. Scan all 10 of them. Observe. Take note. Accept. And stay. Now let's move toward the chest, the upper back, and start scanning your way down your torso. Again, you're the observer. Please don't try to change anything. Just observing, accepting, and staying. Continue down toward the heart. Be aware of the lungs. We continue down toward the belly region and the middle back. Observing, noting, accepting, and staying. We move down toward the hip area, the lower back, the pelvic area, your buttocks. Observe, accept, stay, take note, bring in that aspect of gratitude. Be aware of your hip joints, that connection of the legs to the body. Scan down your thighs, stop at the knees. Take note, observe, accept, and stay. We'll move to the knees, take note, observe, lower part of your legs. Stop at the ankles. Observe. Resist the need or the inclination to want to change anything. Just accept with gratitude. Move toward your ankles, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet. Stop at the toes. Accept. Observe and accept what you're observing. Stay. Now move toward your toes. Observe. Accept. And stay. Become aware of this body from the toes to the crown of the head as a whole. Observe it as if you were standing outside of it. Let gratitude settle in you, deeply in you, and let it settle in this body that you're observing. Om. Purnamadaha Purnamedam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Sheshate. Om Shanti. 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 Become aware of your breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Point your toes away from you and relax them. Make a fist of your hands and hold them tight and relax them. Raise your right arm overhead onto the ground and turn onto your right side. Don't get up, just turn onto your right side. Bend your left knee, bring it on the ground in front of you. Bring your left hand on the ground in front of you as well. In this position, any stiffness that may have settled in your back will work itself out. Bring your sankalpa to you, your intention. It may have changed. Repeat it to yourself a couple times. Slowly and gently, use your arms. Please don't use your back. And push yourself up and sit up facing me with your eyes closed. Bring your hands in your lap. Right palm holding the left hand. Both palms facing toward the sky and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Put your mind where your heart is, and put your heart where your mind is. And let that be what guides you. Om Shanti. Namaste. And when you're ready, very, very slowly and very gently, open your eyes.